Hi guys, it's Emily, and today I'm here to bring you part 2 of my July wrap-up. I already filmed this video once, and I had all my pretty books to show you, and I got done filming it, and I was like, oh, I'll go take the books to the little free library, and then come back and edit my video. And when I come back, there was like something wrong with the stupid video, and now I have to refilm it, and I don't have any of my books to show you, so that stinks. But I read 4 books in the latter part of July, and I can't wait to discuss them with you. So the first book I read was The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, and this is a book that's been pretty popular on BookTube and in the real world. It won the Pulitzer Prize in 2014. I listened to this on audio at work, and it took me a long time because it's like 700 plus pages, and that means it takes me a long time to listen to it at work. But it's about a boy named Theo, and he and his mother are at the Museum of Modern Art one day, and there's a bomb, and it goes off, and in the aftermath, Theo takes this painting, which is also called the Goldfinch, and it's a bird perched on a branch, and he's got a chain around his leg, and he steals the painting, but he always says he took the painting. And then it's about what happens to his life after the bomb, and the people he meets, and how he takes the painting around with him during various stages of life, and how eventually he returns the painting. And it's just basically a look at his life with a bunch of philosophical things thrown in, and it's very depressing and grim because he does a lot of drugs, and it's just a big mess, and I don't know, I understand why Donna Tartt won the Pulitzer Prize, but I personally did not connect very much with the book, and it was just sad the whole time, and like nobody in it was very good, and you just felt like it was kind of lousy, like the subject, and it's so long, and you feel like you're constantly like, why is this so long? Why can't she make her point in an efficient manner? So yeah, it was just like, I don't know, I can't say I enjoyed it that much, but it was very beautiful writing, and yeah, Donna Tartt does have a way with words. She just uses so many of them. Yeah. The next book I read the physical copy of, and I got a lot of this done during 24 and 48. So, I didn't like track my time or anything, but I did try to read a lot that weekend. So, this book is called Flight Behavior by Barbara Kingsolver, and it is the tale of a woman named Dailey who lives in rural Tennessee, and she comes upon a mountain full of butterflies, which is quite crazy, of course, and rare. And she doesn't really know what to make of it. She thinks it might be a sign that she needs to change her life because she's not very happy where she is, and she's always wanted to go out and like go to college and achieve her dreams. And so she takes this as a sign that she should be doing more. And of course, the butterflies cause a lot of controversy. Scientists come and they're like, oh, it's climate change that's messing up the monarch's flight path. And then the religious people in the town are like, no, it's a sign from God that we're blessed. And it's just sort of like an argument between like religion and science. And as somebody who like believes that religion and science are like totally compatible, I don't really get the issue of that. And this is another book where I didn't really connect that well. I felt like Barbara Kingsolver was kind of talking down to you a lot, and I don't know, I didn't connect very well with Dailey. Even though I'm living in Tennessee and this takes place in Tennessee, it's such a different area of Tennessee than Nashville that it was kind of hard to relate because, and I feel like this book is perpetuating the war between like educated people and country people, and it's like, why can't we just get along? And I don't know, it was another book I just didn't it was okay. I mean, I felt bad because Barbara Kingsolver is like one of my favorite writers, but this wasn't the book for me. The next book I read, also the physical, well, okay, I had the physical copy, but I also listened to this on audio at work. I bought this book for my mom for Mother's Day, and then after she read it, she gave it to me. But this is the Little Parish Bookshop by Nina George. But this book is just bad. Like, I don't know. It was just like, so it's about this guy named Purdue, and he had this lover, Manon, and she was married to another man, but she had so much love to give that she had to have a boyfriend or a lover, and while she was married, and you're just like that in itself is like that. I just like didn't connect with that at all because I'm the kind of person where I believe in like this, monogamy and all that stuff. But anyway, I don't know. It was just like, so anyway, he goes on this, like, he has a bar that's full of books, and he sells books, and his whole thing is like, there's a book to cure every ill, which I don't agree with because, like, I guess books are medicine, but they're not like a substitute for legit help. Like, I feel like Purdue needed like counseling in this book, but he just was like, oh, I can read books and it's gonna be all better. Which, like, no, it's not gonna be all better. It's gonna be like not good. And so I didn't approve of that. And then I don't know, so he's going on this, he takes this barge and he's going to see Manon's grave because she's passed away. And he has this neighbor who's an author who, like, had this great best-selling first novel, but then he can't write anything else. And so he needs inspiration, and he goes on this trip with Purdue, and, they stop and they talk to other writers, and there's this one book that Purdue thinks is, like, his book because, there's a book written, some books are written for only one person, according to Purdue, and he, like, meets the author of this book, and I don't know, it's just, like, it wasn't really realistic, and I felt like it wasn't giving me that great of a message. I guess it's promoting love of books, but it's also saying that books can, like, cure everything in your life, which isn't true. So, yeah, I don't know. I felt very conflicted about this book, and I only gave it 2 stars, which is rare for me. The last book I read in July was Silver Wings, Santiago Blue by Janet Dailey. And this is a book about the WASP during World War II, and the WASP are the Women Air Force Service pilots, and these are women who were recruited to do civilian flight jobs like transporting planes from one place to another, or flying the planes that pull targets so that the soldiers can practice shooting at targets, and like just tasks that they thought were not important enough for men to do because men were supposed to be doing the combat flying. So anyway, this takes place in Sweetwater, Texas, which is a real place, and I've driven through there, and there's actually a museum for the WASP there that I definitely want to check out now that I've read this book. But anywho, so this book follows 5 of the WASP, and they become friends, they're all living together, and then so you see like their training, and then you see when they graduate and they go off and they start flying around in various locales and being glamorous. And of course, because it's a Janet Dailey novel, that means it's a romance novel, and they meet handsome soldiers, and like they meet soldiers that have been invalidated out of the service, and they have love affairs and broken hearts, and then at the end, it ends happily because it's a romance novel. And it was an interesting book. This is kind of on the same scale of Little Parish Little Parish Bookshop, though, because it was like, I felt like it was perpetuating bad ideas about like sex and romance, and like there's also glorification of adultery in this one as well, which I don't understand why that's a thing in romance novels. But this book was also written in like the 1980s, so it's older, and there's a lot more like gender roles are strictly enforced, and I don't know, it was okay. It was fair. It isn't something I would read again, and it isn't really something I would recommend because I feel like, unless you like really love Janet Dailey or really love romance novels and you've never read this, otherwise I would say it's not, I don't know, it's just like, it was so stereotypical and it was just not that great overall. So I can't really say that I recommend it. So I guess I had like a mediocre last 2 weeks of July in terms of reading. I'm currently reading The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, which is going pretty well. I'm listening to that on audio at work, but I also have a physical copy, so I can look through it if I need to. Yeah, I've just been trucking along on my books. I've been trying to get through my own books before I get back to my library books because, you know, I hate, it just makes me nervous to have so many books lying around unread. I'm just like, I need to get these done. So yeah, I hope to get a good chunk of my unread books finished before the end of the year, which will make me feel a lot better. But anywho, I hope everybody's having a great end of July and the first week of August, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye!